Yeah, thank you, man. So I am similar to the last caller, but a little bit younger. I'm 15. Um, so I'm starting out with my first employee next year. He'll be running around with me. So I just had a question. What is what do you like are a couple of ways that not only to like obviously like the goal is to make money, but also like not have the employees think as they're just like a tool
Hmm.
to make money, and also to like have them help them have like a not a good time, but also like help them feel valued.
100%. So the first thing you can do to help them feel valued is actually care about them. And it sounds like you actually do. So don't feign
Yep.
that. I don't think it's because some people are like, oh, I'll tell them, I'll convince them that I don't think they're a tool, quote unquote, um, because doing so will make them more efficient and more profitable for me. Like it's like, oh, great, yeah. So you do think they're a tool. You're just going to tell them that they're not, so that they work harder for you. That's the wrong attitude,
Yeah.
and that will eventually get smoked out because you'll cave to the efficiency side of things and the business side when things get really tough. And so what they're looking for is when the rubber hits the road, does this owner, does this manager go the direction of money, or do they go the direction of the team? And so if you feign it, you're basically gonna set yourself. You're just kicking the can down the field until one day it's going to catch up with you, right? When catastrophe happens, do you choose the money or do you choose the team? Do you back up the team? And this is why, like, that video I made a year ago, people just roasted me over, quote unquote, firing the customer. I was
Yep.
doing it for the employee that the customer was being an absolute jerk to. And it's not a
Yeah.
coincidence that employee is now a general manager. And so in
Yeah.
that moment, the employee sees, like, and there was no communication between me and the employee, but they saw, okay, they fired that customer because they said something negative about me and said I couldn't come back to their property. Oh, they fired a customer. Like, they literally lost thousands of dollars in order to be able to just me have self-confidence. Like, that speaks volume to the
Okay.
employee. And when that happens day after day after day after day, and you do that over and over, there is nothing they can point to and be like, they think I'm a tool. So that's the first thing. Secondly, would be open book
Yeah.
management, sharing the numbers of the business. There is nothing to hide. And if there's nothing to hide and there's no,
Yeah.
they can't create drama, right? And if you create a culture where people can come talk to you and they're not afraid of asking you really hard questions, like, why didn't I get a promotion? Why can't I get a pay increase? Why are we doing this job? Like, if they can't ask you really hard questions, there's going to be a lot of drama that starts inside the culture. And so if you really want to care about them, invest back into making their lives and their careers better by making it very clear what you're doing inside the business and educating them on how to run a business, how to do marketing, how what a profit and loss statement is, what the pricing of the jobs are, having an open book so they see all of those numbers. If there's nothing to hide, you should be sharing everything with the team, because there's nothing that they have to
Yeah.
point at, like, they're hiding something. They think I'm a tool. They don't think I'm smart enough to know this stuff. So just open up the books, be clear and honest with them. And if you want them to
Yep.
succeed, invest back into them. Show how the business runs. Show them how they can succeed in life. Show them how they can make more money. That's the important part.